Roncalli High School and the elementary and middle schools, which those at that time were St. Francis of Assisi schools, joined the Wisconsin School Choice Program in its initial year in 2013. It was a natural extension of our mission to serve every student to the best of our ability. We've always had a very strong financial aid program, one that really reached out and met the family at their point of need. We've never been a school of the haves and have-nots. We recognize that that middle class sometimes needs a little bit of help just to get over the hump. So when you look at the population that we have in our schools, it's a very accurate representation of the demographic and economic, cosmetic makeup of our lakeshore area. So our cost to educate a student, and this is an average for our pre-K through our high school grades, is about $13,500. When a student enters the school choice program, we are paid about $9,400 for a high school student, and we're paid $8,740-ish for a student who's in one of our grade schools or middle schools. So with our nearly 300 students who are in the school choice program at this time, we're looking at receiving about 65% on average of our cost for educating those students. And it puts a real constraint on what we're able to do. So the biggest crunch comes when we don't have sufficient revenues to meet costs. It comes out of the pockets of our faculty and our staff. It means that we're not able to pay teachers, secretaries, custodians, administrators, a wage that is equal to what they would get in a public school district. We try very, very hard to provide them with a fair compensation. Our benefit package is actually excellent for when compared to schools in our area. So we have to do some very strategic planning, prioritizing of what we're going to spend our meager dollars on. Our growing population is among young Hispanic families, but it's become evident that we need more resources to help these students. Many of these students are English language learners. They are not facile with English. They are learning Spanish at home. Some of them have just come to the United States. Their parents perhaps don't speak any English at all, and numerous families fall into that category. And we could use some personnel to address that directly. We don't have the resources. When I looked at the budget we just put together, we can't add any staff at this point. There just isn't any room to do that. Whenever we have a new student coming into the school, the parent and student have an interview with the principal of that building, and they determine what additional resources might be needed, whether that student is at grade level or is going to need to be brought along at a little bit quicker pace to get them on par with their peers in those classes. There are a number of students. There's a group of students that come in, and it breaks my heart when I talk to these parents, because they have not been allowed to succeed in the schools in which they've been. They have been ignored. I talked with a parent who, when she went to parent-teacher conferences for her middle schooler, 3 or 4 of the teachers that this student had didn't even remember him, didn't realize that he was in their class. And when it was addressed with the administration, there wasn't anything they could do about it. So when we get students like that, the challenge is to bring them along academically, but also to bring them along socially, to give them a place where they can thrive. And when they feel safe, and when they feel that they're noticed, there's no student that walks these halls where adults don't know them and care about them.